Nostalgia. Nostalgia is a powerful emotion. I'm willing to bet a large percentage of you that clicked on this video did so because you remember playing the game in the title of this video. Remembering the past with rose-colored glasses didn't used to be very popular, and actually nostalgia used to be considered some kind of mental illness used by soldiers to get out of going to war. However, this isn't the case in our modern era. Plenty of videos come out every day trying to quote-unquote get us to remember the good old days. Only 90s kids remember this. You know you're getting old when, and so on. Plenty of memes do it, YouTube content does it, like this video, and Instagram posts, even Spotify tries to get you to remember the music you've been listening to or listened to in the last year. Nostalgia, or more specifically memory in general, is theorized to be more closely linked to our sense of smell. Let's say you go outside, which I know is a rare occurrence for most of you, and you smell a neighbor's lawn that's just been freshly cut. It takes you right back to that one day where your dad or brother just mowed the grass and you're out there in your white sneakers that are now stained green playing baseball with your younger sibling. Maybe smelling a familiar cologne causes you to remember that first date you had when you were 16 and made that really awkward joke that haunts you while you try to sleep at night. Whatever smell it may be just depends on you. It just so happens that the more people you meet, the more you find that others have had the same or similar experiences that you've had. Experiences that connect us and give us community and common ground to build relationships on. That's where I believe nostalgia comes from, is these types of memories that, for one reason or another, get sealed tightly into our mind and stay with us for the rest of our lives, help make us who we are. Smell may be the most intensive memory jogger of the 5 main senses, but another very potent sense is the ability to hear. Sounds, and music in particular, like smell, are also very closely related to our memory retention and our ability to remember the past. It's why Spotify can get away with yearly recaps of songs that you most enjoyed, because even if you can't remember the name or words to a song, you'll still most likely be able to remember the melody or the chorus. Maybe it even gets stuck in your head and you just can't stop listening to it. Whatever the reason, music has an immense impact on our memories and the types of media we enjoy and consume. Many of you have more than likely recognized the song playing in the background of this video too as being from Mario Galaxy because it has a memorable melody. Music, for me, brings me back to when I most listened to the song, or the time in my life when I first heard it. I could vividly remember driving home from work listening to a particular song from the Fat Rat called Threnody because for whatever reason it just was what I liked at the time. And now whenever I hear that song in particular, I'm taken back to those summer night drives coming home from my minimum wage job to play some video games with my friends. Music heavily impacts the experience we have when participating in activities, being very effective in its ability to influence our mood. Play a funky happy song like Dancing in the Moonlight and you'll be more inclined to get up and start moving, enjoy the song and have a good time. Play something more like Joji's Glimpse of Us and you'll have the opposite effect. And we'll get thinking about when times were better, someone or something you lost, and bring everyone's momentum down. Music is highly impactful and is used to convey a message to the listener. It's a medium of emotion and can make or break a movie, video game, play, video, or whatever it's used in. Even music just by itself is used to elevate our daily lives and multiplies the emotions that we're already feeling. This is most likely why if you're feeling sad, you don't want to listen to a happy-go-lucky, funny haha song. You want to get down in the dumps and listen to some real depressing, melancholy stuff. Knowing this information really helps composers create pieces that will elevate their accompanying works in cinema or the video game industry. Koji Kondo, Mahito Yokata, and Ryo Nagamatsu knew this when creating the music for most of the Mario games, but specifically Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2, and they did a phenomenal job, let me tell you. The music in this game is truly phenomenal, and you would be hard-pressed in getting me to admit that there's another game soundtrack that even comes close to how masterfully this one presents itself. Seriously, the soundtrack holds no bars. The music is incredible, and the music in the starting tutorial stage is just so whimsical and fun, titled Starbit Festival. It gets you excited and prepared for the adventure you're about to embark on. It's not over the top and isn't brooding, it's whimsical and makes you feel happy. Sky Station Galaxy, the literal first level that comes right after this, it goes like this. And holy balls, the music in this game is just so good. I literally get chills every time I go through the starting sequence of this game. It's really just so good. Gusty Garden Galaxy, or Wind Garden, is arguably the most popular piece from this franchise, and for good reason. It perfectly incorporates the intensity and joy of traversing through outer space and gives the listener another reason to be excited about playing the game. It fills you with energy and grants a feeling of an epic journey that you're embarking on. This song, for me, is another that takes me back to when I was a kid playing this game for the first time on my Wii, when I borrowed a disc from my friend because I didn't actually have it. Being honest, I don't remember much about the level I was playing at the time, but I do remember the place I was in and the song and how it made me feel. It made me feel important and made me want to keep playing the game, to continue the grand adventure that I began on, and is one of the main reasons I so fondly remember this game. Mario Galaxy 2 is really one of my favorite games of all time, and I believe it be largely due to the incredible soundtrack it has. And I suppose this phenomena isn't just limited to Mario Galaxy 2, but to Mario as a franchise. Mario is quite possibly the most iconic soundtracks of any video game ever. The entire series, every single game has some sort of song that is just super catchy and fun, and everybody remembers it. Everybody knows the main overworld melody from the first Mario game, and even my parents, who haven't touched anything Mario related since the 80s when the first game came out when they were kids. Music just has that big of an influence on things we consume and the activities we partake in, and another great example of this being Star Wars. Going on a little bit of a tangent, Star Wars, despite the rather questionable recent trilogy of movies, is another franchise I simply adore, and it is in large part to the amazing musical composition of John Williams. I legitimately believe that if the Star Wars melody wasn't as incredible as it is, it would not be even one iota as popular as it is. Star Wars is a franchise and not nearly as culturally relevant. For one reason or another, we evolved to be a species that heavily values music in our modern society. So much so that people who can make really good music or even really bad music are heralded as gods and looked up to by children and adults alike, despite other actions or knowledge they may have about other things. Music is simply that powerful. It's a gift much of us are able to experience, and something I will cherish for the rest of my life. Use music to remember the good times, and try to remember how certain songs make you feel and why you listen to them. Something I struggle with is trying new genres, but go and do that, because there's just so many creative ideas that people have out there when writing songs, and they should be experienced. Music is nostalgic in nature, helping you to remember a time maybe a week ago or years ago, like remembering a drive home from work or a game you played when you were a kid. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like or subscribe. It feels so weird doing this. I really appreciate the support of my last couple of videos, I really do, and I never would have imagined I'd be able to make something that was as popular as that. I just want to thank you guys so much, and you're really the best, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. See you till then.